So the other day we discussed Anita Sarkeesian's visit to Bioware Edmonton, in which I received information that some developers were unhappy with the visit. Now, as I should not have been surprised, many non-gamers flooded in and tried pushing the narrative that any and all critics of Anita are wrong. Well, today I think it's best I go a little more in depth about why Anita's visit is really a problem and just go over some of the ridiculous things people are saying. Now, as I stated at the very beginning, there are many non-gamers who popped in and obviously ignored everything I said, or maybe didn't watch more than a minute, simply reading the title and saying some very interesting things. Bioware is currently developing the game Anthem, and for those who don't know, this game is already facing a ton of negative attention because of microtransactions and loot boxes. Electronic Arts, the parent company of Bioware, caused national outrage late last year with making their game Star Wars Battlefront 2 a pay-to-win nightmare, which has led to boycotting of the game and lawmakers looking to pass law to ban anyone under 21 from buying a game featuring loot boxes. US Representative Chris Lee really started all of this when he said this about the game.
Ensure future protections for kids, youth, and everyone when it comes to the spread of predatory practices in online gaming and the significant financial consequences that it can have on families and has been having on families around this nation. This game is a Star Wars themed online casino designed to lure kids into spending money. It's a trap.
So this now leads to Anthem, which is being developed by Bioware Edmonton. This is one of Electronic Arts' next big games, and a lot of worries have been that this game will be another anti-consumer cash grab title. In December, I reported that Bioware Edmonton employees were fearful for their jobs because some of them feel if Anthem fails, they will be shut down. For some of you non-gamers, EA has a reputation of killing studios and firing many employees. Just last year, a branch of Bioware in Montreal was all but shut down because their game Mass Effect Andromeda failed, and additionally another EA-owned developer, Visceral Games, was shut down, and the game they were working on, which was a linear single-player Uncharted-like Star Wars game that was being directed by the talented Amy Hennig, was cancelled because it wasn't going to make enough money for Electronic Arts. So my original report in December stated Bioware Edmonton employees were fearing for their jobs, and apparently at the time, the game was not testing well. This leads us to Anita Sarkeesian's visit, which some people do not agree with the things she has said, but the main problem is not the fact that she came and even got to see and give her opinion on Anthem, but it's that the visit was publicized, as some of the developers already are nervous with the negative attention facing Anthem because of the microtransaction or loot box mess that happened with Star Wars Battlefront 2. I know this may be hard for some of you to believe, but Bioware is made up of around 1,000 employees, and if you think everyone loves Anita, think you're lying to yourself. These are people's jobs, and many have families in Edmonton. If they were to be shut down, this could change and ruin many of these employees' lives. In my last video, I brought up a petition in which 54,000 plus people signed asking Electronic Arts to remove Anita Sarkeesian from Mirror's Edge Catalyst's development. Now, this petition was based on a false rumor, but the reason I brought this up is to show how many people do not like her. Now, personally, I don't think she's wrong about some of the things that she has pointed out about gaming, but a video made years ago by Kite Tails and Flex explains perfectly some of the problems with Anita's argument in her Damsel in Address part of her Tropes vs. Women in Video Game series. Additionally, another YouTuber named Liana K made a great video discussing the issue with feminist frequency. I bring these videos up because for some reason I've got a ton of messages claiming every single critical video about her is untrue, which yeah. Now again, in my last video, I also brought up Manveer Hare, who is a former Bioware developer, who is another example of negative attention being connected to Bioware. Within a lot of his tweets, we can see how he feels about white people, which for some reason a lot of people were defending. I think I even saw some people using the hashtag #IStandWithManveer. I personally should have pointed out more of his tweets, like him saying, "I'm officially following 1,000 people now. I think I'm going to spend part of my day clearing out who I follow, specifically white men." And additionally, I got 99 problems, but worrying that white people think I'm racist against white people ain't one. Hit me. If you think this guy and his very ignorant tweets is okay, then how about we replace one word in all of these tweets, and that would be white to black. Anyway, I'll wrap this video up by saying I could care less about Anita Sarkeesian. I don't care about any of the narratives out there, but you have to understand that her coming to Bioware Edmonton is not beneficial, and only draws more negative attention to a developer that his employees fear fearful for their jobs. These are people's lives. While I don't agree with everything she has said, like her criticism for Destiny a few years ago,
in most ways, Destiny treats its playable female characters almost identically to how it treats its male characters. However, there is one way in which the male and female characters are differentiated by gender, and it has to do with their movement. Watch how a male guardian sits down, taking a load off after a long, hard day fighting the forces of pure evil. It's simple, it suggests confidence. When a female character sits down, however, it's a completely different story. She sits like a delicate flower.
I mean, really? But I do think she has brought up valid points about some games and their portrayal of women. Also, I will say some of the hateful comments about her, that's not helping anything, and really the reason why she's gotten so big in this industry. Now, I will also add, I feel there is a problem nowadays with some games and how they are viewed. The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt is a prime example of that, with many claiming the game was racist and sexist. Even The Last of Us had some people claiming that it was sexist. Kingdom Come Deliverance is another good, more recent example, with many angry that the game just features a bunch of white people in 15th century Europe. Then we also have Red Dead Redemption, and some people making the claims, as you can see on the screen, which is honestly ridiculous considering Rockstar Games was doing their best to portray how the Old West was like. And to be honest, out of any and all Rockstar games, Red Dead Redemption probably features some of the best female characters, which includes Louisa, Bonnie, and Abigail. But what I'm trying to say is it feels like we've reached a point where everyone thinks a video game has to be a certain way, and I feel a lot of people are just looking for reasons to get outraged. But that's where I'll end today's video. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Also, make sure to leave a like if you did enjoy this video or found any informative value, and consider subscribing for more videos like this, and I'll see you later.